I was talking to him, and he was sitting with his girlfriend, and I looked at her. I'm like, "You ready for him to go 1 and 2?"
Oh, no, Sriracha's pretty dang good.
No, he is solid. He is solid because
Yeah.
like he's a 2-tour.
He's a 5 seed. Today.
Yeah, I think he's what? He's a roughly. Oh, they gave him a 36 seed out
He's
here.
36 seed out of 200 people. So that's not-
Interesting.
You want to know a player that might be high key underseeded though is
Yeah,
Cal.
you know that's the perks you get when you run the tournament. You get to seed yourself however you want.
You wanna
It's
talk about
my tournament. I'll seed myself however I want.
You want to talk about a player that might be a little underseeded though is Cal. Definitely a sleeper hidden boss as far as like Milwaukee is concerned for Wisconsin Smash. Really good Young Link player. Definitely a player to watch as far as like potentially making top 64 today.
Yeah, it'll certainly be interesting to see how he kind of plays through this. Both players.
Oh, he is on plant though.
Yeah, he is on plant.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I'm a little surprised about, but like this character does have a lot of very goofy stuff. And honestly, being in this region too, when you're trying to play plant, you're trying to learn plant things. You have the #1 plant player in your region to learn from, so he'll be just fine. But that is going to be a stock there. Yep. Once you get that down tilt into the forward air, it's at that percentage. Doesn't matter who you are, you're gone.
Plant also, as far as compared to Zelda, will have better tools up close to deal with Young Link as far as his boxing tools, but he has to get there first, which Plant doesn't have the greatest mobility, and Young Link definitely going to be able to zone really well on Pokemon Stadium 2, but Sriracha really starting to chase down Cal more often here.
Yep. There we go. Oh, okay, a little too greedy on that down air attempt. Like, I totally get why, right? You're trying to find a way to even this up. Take your time. You've got crazy burst options, especially out of shield with your up smash. Try to see if Cal will make a mistake here.
Yeah, but
Yep, there you go. That'll clean that up.
yeah, that only down 60% here, but Cal been doing a really good job of consistently zoning out this Piranha plant, not really giving him an opportunity to interact with those poison clouds or those Patuis, and already up to 115 here.
Yeah, but I mean, he does have some really good soil in that pot, so like he is pretty heavy. So he does
That
have
evergreen, that
yeah,
evergrowth.
yeah. I mean, he is quite heavy actually. I think he's like
One
what?
of the he's considered a heavyweight.
Yeah. I think he's like 1 or 2 lighter than Kazuya, if I'm not mistaken.
Crazy. What do you got in that plant, man? What do you got in that pot?
It's some good soil. Probably some rocks.
Yeah. Some good minerals. He's
Yeah.
gonna need all the help he can get right now. A lot of
He just
what
watered
would've
it
been-
too. Adds a little bit more.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Yep, goes for the back throw. And we are in a really good position considering the fact that, like, at 157%, you had the ledge trap. You end up dropping it, which is unfortunate because that is one of Piranha Plant's strongest strengths. It's just getting a ledge trap game going.
And just hasn't really gotten Cal off stage very much. It's mainly been Cal just zoning from mid-stage, forcing Piranha Plant off stage, but as a corner pressure situation, you're trying to get those Patuis out, but they have just been a non-factor so far.
I mean, he got one stock with him, and he's gotten like a couple stray hits, but for the amount he's thrown out, and it's kind of like the same thing with Gordo. You're kind of just throwing them out every once in a while, and if you get a hit, that's great.
Trying to check their temperature,
Yeah.
and it's not always going to be super helpful, but you have to continue to force that into the mental stack, continue to apply that pressure, because if you just give up on it altogether, that's a big part of your character loss.
Yeah, he jumped right into that boomerang there. Okay, up throw, that'll certainly get it done. Great up throw. It's super strong.
One of the strongest in the game.
Yeah, and it's fast too, so it'll definitely, like, if you're, it's one of those moves you can throw out, and like sometimes your opponent's just not going to react to it, DIing it properly. That up smash won't be enough. One more will be though. Ooh,
Just looking for one more down tilt fair in the corner is Cal.
he had him. He had the right guess. He was just a little too early.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the Zelda after this game with just how hard it has been for Sriracha to get in and stay out.
Yeah,
If
I
you-
mean, the Zelda, you know, if he pulls it out, like, I wouldn't be surprised if he tried it. I really don't think that was that bad. There was a couple of scenarios that he could have taken a bit more advantage of. Like, there's a couple ledge traps he just dropped entirely and just didn't do anything else to really kind of capitalize on it. But I wouldn't be surprised if he stays it.
Okay, we are going
yeah.
Zelda, but we are going to make our way over to Hollow Bastion. So you get that middle platform to just set up shop as Zelda, get those knights
Yep.
out. And it makes it really difficult, especially for Young Link to just land on top of you with those nairs, those approaching aerials. But like you still, if you can hunt in like he's doing with that boomerang, it does give you some options.
Yeah. I think you definitely stick with the Zelda here, see how it plays. If you get a W, great. If not, I would like to see him go back to Plant because I really didn't think the Plant was that bad. And I think he is more comfortable playing that character. There we go. But the setups right now are not looking too bad.
Getting off the ledge in this matchup seems more difficult for Young Link, who's definitely known for having pretty poor ledge get-up options. So having that Knight to deal with along with Zelda's hitboxes could be a lot more frustrating for Cal.
Yeah. Okay. Oh.
And also nullifying those arrows too a lot more from Cal. So Sriracha gonna be taking that first stock here. Much better start.
Yeah, much better start. And 119, you shouldn't be losing the stock anytime soon. And that is that Nehru's love coming through as well. That's going to play a factor at least a few times. If not reflecting the projectiles, just a button to just press when he's on your shield, and it's just free damage.
The one trade-off here is going to be that change in character weight, where Zelda's quite a bit lighter than planned. Those down tilt up air is going to kill a lot earlier. He's been coming with a lot of up smashes mid-stage as well, like those drag down back air one up smashes.
Ooh,
so
caught him.
yeah, gonna have to be a lot more careful as far as watching out for those confirms mid-stage.
That was actually a really good setup there, too. There was a couple of projectiles that should have hit Zelda, but that because they were kind of clipping into the soldier there, you were actually able to just get protected by those projectiles. That was actually really good.
Having that Knight in place makes a big difference as far as neutral, but once that first arrow lands, it's really hard for Zelda to reset, which we're seeing how much damage Cal can get as soon as he gets that one opening.
Yep. Just a matter of just kind of getting down and trying to, find your footing here. We're only going to get the dash attack. I felt like maybe you could have got a little bit more, but you know what? That's really not that bad.
Yeah, that Knight's still holding strong. Hold the line, but it isn't going to really matter too much. But dead even, just going to hold down the line and hold that forward smash to take another stock lead.
Okay, yeah, we really just kind of threw that out there.
Sometimes in those scramble situations, what you got to do is just let it rip. We're going to let rip that up B, so we're going to even things back up immediately for Cal.
Yeah, I feel like that was a little too greedy, but that's fine. Last stock scenario here, really not that bad. I mean, Sriracha's taking the stock first every time so far in this game.
So just down a little bit of percent here. Needs to figure out what to do in these up-close boxing situations. Cal's been so consistent at finding those up tilts, those down tilts, into whatever conversion he's going for. So Sriracha needs to find some answers, unless he's just going to keep him at the ledge the whole game.
I mean, that's kind of part of the game plan here for Zelda. You know what? That was one of the situations I thought he was going for an up smash, but it was actually a forward.
Yeah, not quite going to be what he's looking for there. So now it's Sriracha's turn on the ledge, but just going to miss it entirely with that up B, and that's going to be the game. What had been a game where Sriracha was leading the entire game there, and just got a little too impatient at the end.
Yeah, I think that recovery onto the stage was, again, very greedy. Like, yes, if you hit it, fantastic. Probably should just gone to the ledge, worked your way through the ledge trapping, and just try to get your opening from there, reset the neutral as much as you could. Yeah, honestly, he goes either character here. It looks like he's going to stick with the Zelda. I feel like either character, it's doable. It's just a matter of cleaning up some of these ledge trap scenarios and just kind of being more on top of some of these recoveries, I believe, from Cal. There was that one part in the last game on this side of the stage, essentially, which is kind of wash, rinsing, and repeating, and this wasn't really quite able to get it done.
And Cal, on the other hand, anytime he's gotten that advantage state going, has been very consistent in racking up that damage and getting those stocks off the conversion. So it's up to Sriracha, as you said, to clean up some of those miscues in order to try to stay alive in this set.
Oh, no! Very goofy. Okay.
Speaking of oh no, that should have been an up B conversion off the top. So.
I don't hate him staying there. That time was greedy. You're just trying to do something that you landed once and you thought it could work again. The first one, I don't mind him staying on the ground, because if you miss, Young Link gets back down to the stage before you, gets a free combo, probably down tilt to a forward air once again. So, no, we hate to see it.
It seems like up B started to short circuit on the use of that move as the set goes on, because as far as, neutral, a lot of positioning, Sriracha's been great, but it's just those miscues that have been the huge difference between winning and losing in these last two games.
Yep, honestly, and I still don't think, need to be a little more aggressive on that. I really don't think this game is even that bad of a spot right here.
No.
Wow. Got the parry on that. Up air, not going to be enough to take the stock. And we did see that forward tilt a little bit earlier from Sriracha, which is a move that got buffed for Zelda as it is. I feel like we should be seeing that a little bit more.
Trying to find the right situations for it.
There you go.
Just with the doctor order, just to try to stay in, and his taunting his whole crown off, I guess, just to try to get himself, hyped and stay alive in this game. But he is one stock away from making his way down to the Wizards bracket.
Yeah, it's definitely looking a little bit tough. Again, it's not done until it says game, because Zelda, again, can grind this out can be really annoying. We all know. Okay, that again, we're being greedy, and I think that's the biggest issue for a lot of what Sriracha's struggling with here.
Cal's playing a very safe, consistent game plan and is just waiting for Sriracha to make those big swings, which is how that lead's gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. So one more big swing like that, if it misses, it's sending Sriracha down the loser's bracket, but a big swing like that is going to chip away at this lead once more, and we're down to the last stock on both sides.
He wanted to drop through that platform, just wasn't able to and got punished for it. Okay, but we got the bomb. All right, there we go. Fall through up air, and a second up air. And this is some rage on here, too. If you can just find a way to get back down. Okay, reset the neutral. No, that's going to beat the game and the set. Unfortunate just throwing out that up smash for Sriracha, but, oh, disconnection. That's fine. We're all good. That's an unfortunate ending.
In and out, in and out. There we go. So Cal playing I think he played so consistently well in that set.
Yeah, I really like seeing the that like last minute energy boost from Sriracha at the very end there. Definitely was starting to make a bit of a play, make a bit of a comeback. Because unfortunately, you were in that position where it was just basically like you could play as perfect, like you have to play as perfectly as possible. Because as soon as you mess up, that's the stock gone, as we saw with the up smash. So unfortunate, but that's the game sometimes.
And you talk about too,